Right now, I think we're doing pretty good. And the challenge for us is we've gone from being mediocre in the past to glimpses of good, and then being good to glimpses of great. And now that we're kind of stuck in the good mode, how do we move it forward? How do we go from being good to great and staying great? And we still see those flashes. I feel like we're a much steadier team at times, but for us right now as a coaching staff, we want more out of our team. And I think our team wants more out of what they're doing. And new players are kind of learning some leadership roles in terms of intensity, not just output. And sometimes they want to look at performance statistics and saying, there's my statistic, therefore there's my output. But what we know is so true about a team sport is that you can have mediocre statistics, but have a great output because of your energy, your enthusiasm, your intensity, your communication, and those are all the things that we're trying to get our team to learn, especially as we're getting later in the season here. We think our team will continue to rise in Big East play, and we're in a great spot to be 6-0 right now. I got no complaints about that, but I also think as a coach, we're desiring perfection, and part of perfection is not just winning; it's about how you play and how you win. And sometimes we win ugly, and we say, okay, we'll take the win and go away from that, but we need to learn because we need to be better. And the biggest thing we're working on right now with our team is just kind of getting that fight back. And we really look forward to this weekend because we know that both Seton Hall and Rutgers will come in ready to fight. And if you recognize that and you prepare for that, that's a really exciting prospect, especially to be able to have matches like that in our own gym. And so we certainly don't take anybody for granted. From here on out, we're all Big East focused, which is, I think, really going to help our team. And we have a lot of teams that we're going to see that we're very familiar with. And so that familiarity we can both use to our advantage, but we also have to be smart tactically and make sure that we don't get complacent in what we're doing. So, I think Chelsea Heyer's done a great job as a freshman, just getting us going, keeping us going. She's learning as she goes, and some matches it's up, some matches it's down or whatever, but I'm just impressed with how steady she is for the most part, and really picked up our offense and has our group going at a strong pace. And our two outside hitters right now are really starting to click. I think Bayer had the slow start this season with her sprained ankle and all that stuff, and she's finally kind of getting back into her true season shape form. And she's such an endurable athlete and such an explosive athlete that I see her starting to not just catch up but also surpass her opponent in that way. And Jones is just still, lightning and thunder, those two out there. She's still just bringing some absolutely devastating kills on the outside, which is really cool, and really good leadership. And the connection with Danny and Murata, Kenny, Matei, we just have all this group, and then our back row is really starting to pick it up. Our three little special people, both Julie as our libero and our kind of backcourt leader, but both Stier and Kapmeyer have just done a great job really anchoring that back row crew. And so we know that if we can pass the ball well, that we're going to side out. We can play and beat anybody. But really kind of the next level for us is learning how to scrap on and fight on and battle on even when things aren't going smoothly. And so we'll get challenged in a big way this weekend.
This year, me, Kat, and Julie are all sophomores, so we're more experienced than last year. And I think we're working really hard, and it all starts with the pass. And so our goal is to get a perfect pass so the setter can set all three hitters. And as long as we pass well, we usually hit well. So it all starts with the first contact. Well, me, Kat, and Julie are all really good friends. Like last year I was Kat's roommate, this year I'm Julie's roommate. And so getting along well off the court helps on the court because we can talk to each other, and we don't get mad if we say you need to do better, do this. We all work together and we all have the same goal. I've actually never seen anyone who could hit the ball as hard as Sierra. And in practice, a lot I'm defending her, and I've gotten hit a lot in the face, and it hurts. She hits very hard, and we always count on Danny and Bayer for kills. Sierra all the time. Bayer has 1,000, and Sierra's up there, so they're what gets the job done.
Yeah, the team's fired up for a match like Seton Hall because of last year, the 5-set victory over there, and it was really hard fought, and they got some players that bring, like I said, just a lot of great energy and good enthusiasm point for point. And so, for us, for me as a coaching staff, for our assistant coaches, when our team can recognize that and they are anticipating that moment, it makes the motivation part not as difficult. They're self-motivated, but in reality, our biggest goal as a coaching staff is to have them be self-motivated for every match and any match, and it can't just be because this one thing happened before. It has to be because we want to play great volleyball, because we are Marquette. we have great motivation and great intensity to go out and play the greatest match that we can play as a team. And so I'm sure that we'll do that. We'll give great effort for Seton Hall. I'm sure we'll give great effort for Rutgers. We want to keep separating from the Big East Pac, and if we can stay undefeated, boy, that's a good position to be in, especially as we wrap up the last 2 weeks of the season here, regular season at home, and then here for the Big East tournament at home. So really good opportunity for our team, and we just got to keep things rolling this weekend.